What's up, everyone? This is Dr. Tay from 5Quant. In our last video, you remember we had a conversation about why trading. We talked about the mindset, the opportunities, and why a systematic, data driven approach is so powerful in today's market. We talked about the ideas and philosophy. Today we get our hands dirty. Are you ready? It's time to move from the why to how and take our very first practical step. I love the word practical. So to do any kind of quant analysis, we need one thing before anything else, the data. So in this episode, I'm going to show you how to set up your own free and cloud-based coding environment and write your first few lines of Python code to download years of historical stock market data. You don't need to install anything on your computer, as I mentioned before, and by the end of this video, you will have a real professional grade data set ready to analyze. Okay, this is a foundational skill for everything that follows. Ready to build? Let's go. Okay, so first thing first, we need a place to write and run our code, right? We're going to use an amazing free tool called Google Colab. Collaboratory. We call it Colab. So think of Colab as a digital notebook that lives in the cloud. It comes with Python and many important data science libraries pre-installed, so we can just open it up and start coding. It's just perfect for beginners and even advanced traders. So as you see on my screen, this is the actual screen of the Colab. If you're not sure where to get it, I'm sure you guys all have the Google accounts. So just type colab.research.google.com. I'll just copy and paste for your reference. And it will pop up something like this. Just ignore those, my mother beautiful language. It's all Korean. So click this new note and it will direct you to the blank note of Colab. This is the place where you start, okay? This is simple and easy. So I changed the file name, the trading hands-on.ipynb. IPython notebook. You don't really need to remember these extension name, but just change the name to trading hands-on. Okay. So this single, we call it cell. It came from the Jupyter notebook originally, and Colab benchmarked, I think. So let's begin. So first, to get the data, we gotta install our package called Yahoo Finance. I'm not gonna explain more, just follow me, okay? Quotation mark, PIP, which means pipeline, space install, space Finance. This is not installed. This is not pre-installed in Google Colab. So just write it, type it, the PIP. I'll just zoom in here. Yeah, the quotation mark PIP install Finance, and you hit Shift Enter. Okay, and this Google Colab will start install the package. They check the status of the server. You can just ignore these messages and just wait for the time. Yep, it's all done. Here you see the check mark here. It took 9 seconds. Okay, let's move on. So we are going to import very important packages, which is the one we just installed. So import Finance as YF, import panel data analysis pandas as PD. This is just naming rule. So after typing this, Shift Enter. By the way, I'm going to share this IPython notebook, so just don't worry about it. You can just watch this and just follow me with your eyes, okay? So we are importing Finance and giving it a shorthand nickname YF. We do the same for pandas, calling PD. This is a standard convention, you gotta remember, that almost every data scientist in the world uses. It just makes our code cleaner and faster to write, okay? So all right, our lab is set up and our tools are ready. It's time for the main event. We are now going to download data for a company we all know, Apple, okay? So in the stock market, every company has a unique ID called a ticker symbol. You guys maybe heard of it, maybe not. The ticker is just a quick tick mark or symbol that everybody can just follow, you know? Like for Apple, the ticker is AAPL. This is just common sense. You got to remember AAPL, and Microsoft maybe MSFT. Just be familiar about it. So I'm gonna write another code. So if you write the sharp space, define the ticker symbol. This is just a footnote. It's not code at all. If you type the sharp and space. So now actual coding is on. Ticker equal AAPL in, let's say, AAPL underbar DF. DF means data frame. So, and now the Gemini is staying within this notebook, and it shows me the autocomplete coding. All you have to do is just tap. There we go. So YF is Yahoo Finance. Download the ticker, which is AAPL Apple, starting from 2022 January 1st to end of, let's say, 2025 July. What's today? 22nd. Okay. So let me just read out for you. Let's break down that line. We're using YF library and its download function. We pass it the ticker we want, Apple, AAPL, and we tell it a start date. Since we didn't give it an end date, it will automatically download everything up to the most recent trading day, but actually I did it on here, the today's date. So I'm gonna hit the Shift Enter. You gotta remember this shortcut, Shift Enter. Okay, there we go. You see the messages. 1 of 1 data completed. Don't really worry about it. If you see this something like failed downloading message, it's known quirk with the library's output. Well, I don't see any like issues here, so I'm thinking that you guys are all on the same page. So let's move on. So is the data actually there? How can we know? Pandas, the package, panel data analysis. Pandas gives us some very easy commands for this. To see the first 5 rows of our data, we use something .head method. So I'm gonna just show you. I'm just gonna shut up and show you the code. Let's say print AAPL DF underbar head and shift enter. You'll see the close price, high price, low price, open price, and volume of the Apple from the first day, which is 2022 January 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. If you just punch in like a 20, you will see the first 20. If you want the last 20, you can switch to the tail and then shift enter. You'll see the recent price. I hope you're following me with me. Okay. So yeah, let's move on to the next. Well, it's gonna be too long to watch. I don't want to make you tired. So let's just recap this first. We accessed to the Google Colab, installed Yahoo Finance package as well as the Pandas, and we set up the tick symbol, tick mark, or tick symbol, ticker symbol. We set up the start date, end date, and finally we got the data. Now at this point we can maybe draw some graphs or charts, right? So now that we have this data, what's next? A table of numbers is useful, but a picture is worth 1,000 words. In our next lecture or episode, we're going to learn how to visualize this data. Okay, we will create our first price chart and calculate our first technical indicator, the moving average, MA, to start identifying trends. Okay, trend analysis. I hope you're proud of what you accomplished today. This is a real, tangible skill that the school never teaches you. You can find all the code from this video in a link in the description. If you're excited to continue this journey, please hit that like button, subscribe to Vibe Quant, and turn on notifications if you like, so you don't miss out our next step, okay? If you have any questions at all, ask them in the comments below. I know this is the very beginning of this channel, but hopefully someone gets understanding of how this Python or Colab works for you and for your financial freedom. Yes. I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.